afternoon again. This is Dr. Cliff Robertson with the Warriors Refuge, and we are proud to be back with you here at the 3 o'clock hour. This is our Giving Tuesday campaign, and we are coming to you live. And this part of this segment that we're wanting to do is to introduce the primary staff here at the Warriors Refuge. We are blessed to have some awesome people, and I just want you to know who all's involved here. The first person I'm gonna start with is David Colley, who is one of the newest additions to this group that's in this immediate Zoom here. And the reason I'm starting with him is he's also going to go and find some other folks for us too. So David, tell us a little bit about yourself and what is it you do?
Well, excuse me, I'm the case manager here at the Warriors Refuge, and when we bring a new client in, new resident in, I bring them in, I interview them, help them with paperwork, and we start listing out areas where they need the help the most, whether it's financial area, they need work, some kind of a job, and then once we start securing that, we start looking for more permanent housing for them. We're a 3 to 4 month program, and our hope is to bring them in, get them completely back on their feet where they can get out on their own within about 4 months. And that's what I do here.
So that's a pretty big job, isn't it?
Yes, sir. It's huge. It's
a pretty big job. You have to coordinate with some other folks and the community.
Yes, sir.
It's kind of with this COVID-19 pandemic, it's kind of put all that on hold.
It's made a lot of things difficult. We can still submit paperwork, submit things online, and when all this starts reopening, we'll be right there ready to roll with it.
Sounds like a plan. All right, David, go find some people and maybe show us some pictures of some of the rooms that they're working on.
Sure.
Pam, we're going to go to you next. Ladies next. So, how are you today, Pam?
Doing great. How are you?
Doing good. So what do you do at the refuge?
All of the accounting. My favorite part is when we get donations in or funding from the larger companies, corporations. Make sure that everything is lined up, that the right money is going to the right projects, and letting the veterans know who's donating. They're very excited. They love it when that we get something in for them, whether it's a material product or funding. Makes them feel special that they've done special for us.
That's cool. We don't really think about how it makes them feel for us to to receive something like that, but I would imagine that does make them feel special. So you've got a pretty simple job then, right?
Yeah, right.
No, but we are very grateful for all you do, because I know that you work hard, and I know that I wear you out over the numbers, right?
Sometimes, yeah. That's okay.
All right. Caesar,
Yes, sir.
what is it you do? By the way, for everybody, this is Caesar Cantu. He, I'll let him tell you.
So my name is Caesar Cantu. I'm actually from Katy, Texas, and commute out here to West Columbia. I'm Chief Operations Officer for our facility, and kind of handle the day-to-day yes and no's. Also, with so much building that we've got going on, we've got a bunch of building projects currently going on. Make sure that we stay on time with that and watch our bottom line. David actually took a big majority of my duties when he came on, and handles the part with the residents, the case management, a lot more than actually mentioned here in the last few minutes. But so we've been able to sort of split up duties, and between Pam, David, and myself, and some other key folks here, we're really doing, I think, an awesome job. I got to commend the staff, and I try to tell them as much as I can. They really do a great job. I'm a firm believer that God has put the right people in the right place and is working us through the whole process.
You know, Caesar, I couldn't agree with you more. And David, we've seen we've seen your video feed kind of going around and seeing some rooms. Can you take us back to one of those and have some of the guys introduce themselves real quick?
Sure, not a problem.
As David's going back, what you're seeing there is the rotunda, and he's going back into some of the rooms where people will be able to see some of the work that's being done. Caesar, one of the greatest challenges that we face on a daily basis?
You know, I think keeping on mission is a challenge for us, or it's our priority is to stay on mission, is stay on what we're trying to do, what we're trying to accomplish. If that's set and then the parameters are in place, it's easier to make decisions daily as to what we're going to do, which way we're going, what's our next step. But I feel like that's the one thing that keeps us together, that we stay on mission to help our homeless veterans and to be servants to those that served us.
Absolutely. Oh, I see somebody else there. Introduce yourself, sir.
How y'all doing? I'm James.
What are you doing?
I'm prepping this cabinet here for paint and prepping this room for paint, doing sheetrock patches, electrical work, and trying to make it look better. More suitable.
Well, I've seen some pictures of your work, brother. You're doing a great job. And you know what I want you to know real quickly is you have no idea how many people your work is going to impact.
Wow, that's cool.
I mean, what you're doing makes a difference beyond just that labor. It's going to impact people for who knows how long, but really makes a difference. And I want to thank you for all you do and all you're doing. And man, keep up the good work. You know, I assume you've seen those other wings, right?
Oh yeah.
So we're just still scratching the surface here. So, but
In a meeting, go ahead. In a meeting we had yesterday, I was telling the boys, that are working on the project, I said, there's plenty of work here. By no means are we done or near being done. So there's plenty of work to continue for quite a while.
Yeah. James, I appreciate all you're doing, brother.
I appreciate the opportunity, Cliff.
Hey, no problem, sir. No problem at all. Well, David, who's that other guy that I saw?
Let's see. Well, we got
Where'd he go?
here's another one right here.
How's it going? John, working on
Hey,
the
John.
electrical. Trying to get everything going in the rooms.
Well, good. How's that going, brother?
It's going good, man. We're making a lot of progress. We're actually
Good.
starting to hit our stride, man. We're about 4 or 5 rooms into it, I guess, and getting a good flow down.
Okay, well, I need to warn you about something.
What you got?
There's a lot more work to come.
Okay. Well, keep it
Yeah.
coming, man. I'm happy to be out here working, and feels good at the end of the day knowing that I've done something.
Well, we're happy to have you. And one other thing I want you to know is that according to the Veterans Administration, we're getting ready to have a whole lot more people knocking on our door for places to stay. So your work is making a huge difference.
And that means a lot to hear. It certainly feels like I'm making a difference, so it's good that people see it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Appreciate all you're doing, brother.
Thank you for the kind words, man.
No, man. No problem. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Take care.
David, who else is there? I know there was another guy that looked like he had way too much hair, dire need of a haircut.
Yeah, somewhere.
Where'd he go? By the way, if you guys would, oh, there he is. Oh, who is that? Is that Grizzly Adams? Kevin, introduce yourself.
My name is Kevin Etheridge. I've been working here for a couple of weeks now. Right now, I'm just cutting in on everything with the paint, and then I'll roll it out. Just really appreciate the opportunity. I mean, it's making a difference in my life too. And I mean, the 2 men I'm working with are just awesome, man. They're super knowledgeable. I've learned more in the last couple of weeks than I have in the last couple of years. And it's just awesome to even be a part of this, you know, and just to get to experience the people here. I mean, it's just amazing, man. It's just fulfilling.
Well, Kevin, I appreciate you. You know, I've known you a day or two now, and
Yes, sir.
you know, I know that I know you're a hard worker. I just appreciate all you're doing. And like you said a minute ago, this work isn't just about the work; it's about the impact that it makes on the lives of people
Yes.
that come through there. And you see those lives as you come in, some of them, and we're getting ready to get a whole lot more. So this work you're doing is important. It's life changing. So, man, I appreciate you.
Yeah, I mean, and it is for me too. Like I said, I mean, it's just the fellowship, and I mean, it's just awesome, man. It's the best experience I've had in a while.
Well, Kevin, I appreciate you. I do.
Yes, sir.
Stay busy because there's a lot more to do.
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, David, if you could go and find, you know, we've seen some of the clean and pretty rooms. Find us a room in dire need of work, so everybody can kind of see the you know, the kind of progress that's being made.
Sure.
While he's doing that, let's take a moment, if we could, to thank some of the donors. The first one I want to start off with is you know, the people of Brazoria County who came out en masse to our grand opening back in December. Everybody in Brazoria County that came out, I think there was several hundred people that came out and really helped us get a good push off from the edge. And so just to everybody listening, everybody in Brazoria County and beyond that was a part of that, whether you bought a barbecue plate or you bought something, and as we're going, you can see some of the rooms that are in dire need of work. But for all those that you know, that did so much and helped so much, I just want to say thank you. Ms. Pam, is there one particular donor that you have on your mind?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand you.
Is there one particular donor that you have on your mind you want to thank?
Well, since my sister works at CP Kim, I'd like to give a shout out to them.
Okay.
They brought some camping equipment for the grand opening. That was awesome. And also a nice little check afterwards.
Absolutely. Caesar, you got what on your mind?
Well, you know, as I'm looking around my office, we have a care package for homeless veterans that we run across that from time to time don't want to come into the service. They want to stay sort of on their own. They're used to the freedom they have, and I think about, you know, some of those donors that donated so we could have these care packages. And it's a sleeping bag, a small tent, a blanket, toothbrush, things like that. Things that you could use to survive a few days out there on the streets. It's unfortunate that not everybody wants the help that we offer here. So we have a solution for them as well. And I want to thank, you know, everyone that's been a part of that, different aspects. So even if you don't come into the program, we have a solution for you, if only temporary.
Yeah, we have a way to help.
Right.
Hey, David, I know that you got, you know, I saw a picture earlier today of
Yes, sir.
a friend of yours. Tell me about that.
Brandy Lane owns a farmer's insurance agency up in Euless, I believe. And farmers put out a deal last month that for every independent agent to nominate one 501c3 for a $1,500 donation. And from her agency, we won. So
That is awesome.
$25,000 nationwide to be given out. We got 1,500 of it through her.
Wow.
It was 1 of 20.
What's that?
We were one of 20 companies that they
Yeah.
awarded.
One of 20.
Wow, that is so cool. That is so cool. And I know, David, now that I'm right here with you, I know that you on a regular basis go by to Brazos Sport Cares and the other food pantries, right?
Yes, sir. I'm
Give a
constantly in
shout-out.
touch with them.
Could you give a shout out to them? Just
Sure, Brazos Sport Cares and Food Pantry, the Food Basket, all of them, they're here in our local area, have been awesome to us.
and they're providing what?
Carloads of food, and it's mostly food. We've also gotten other donations such as just daily needed stuff for offices or cleaning supplies, things like that. And here with the COVID-19 going on, we've gotten a lot of sanitizers and things from them also.
Yeah, and didn't wasn't there a compounding pharmacy that
Yes. And Katie that reached out to my wife and donated some hand sanitizer. There, it just seems that people are pouring in from all over, not just Brazoria, Houston, you name it. And I also too, I wanted to mention that location here, 10% of the population in this area are veterans. So we couldn't have picked a better place to support veterans here. And the community's really behind that as well. And it shows.
yeah, that's amazing. We do have a very supportive community, and and right down the road we have we have the county commissioner, David Linder, who also donated to the grand opening, and I know he's very supportive, and we're very grateful for him, as well as the other commissioners as well that were part of that. And we're just, Missouri County, whether it's the government, I know that you've been talking with Caesar, you've been talking with the Veterans Treatment Court,
Yes.
judge holder, and all them, and everybody's been very supportive. Let's see, there was I need to mention a couple of companies real quick. First of all, I need to mention Freeport LNG recently gave a sizable donation to help with some of the work we've got going on. But in that same city, where Freeport LNG is, I got a phone call. Actually, one of you guys got the phone call, right, from the town of Quintana.
Yes.
And out of the blue, I mean, we didn't go asking them for it. We didn't seek it out, but they came to us and said, we want to help. We want to be a part of this. And I just want to give a shout out to the town of Quintana for what they did to us. I'm not going to talk about numbers or dollars amounts, because every dollar is important. But let's just say that they are playing a significant part in our in our capacity to serve the veterans in the area. I mean, they were just just incredibly generous. I know that, Pam, you were mentioning earlier about some of the local veterans organizations that have also been giving.
Yes. The VFW in Pearland, their bingo club,
Okay.
gave us a little money too.
Okay. Well, good. I know that the local American Legion in Lake Jackson, and the DAV in Lake Jackson, and the Meritorious Order of the Purple Heart out of Angleton, has donated as well. But Caesar, you were telling me about this elementary school in Danbury, right? What did they do?
Right. They so they got this a fundraiser together where all the kids brought their loose change, and were able to, in about a week, raise $1,000 in loose change.
Wow.
It's incredible. I have a few pictures of the actual money in bags, and it's just incredible that those kids, those children at that age would want to be part of us.
Yeah. That's so very humbling to imagine. Really amazing. Well, just for everybody else to know, we've been able, we've been on the receiving end of some very good things as part of the grand opening. BASF and Ascend Materials really helped us out a lot, and CP Chem was a part of that group there. I also need to mention, not just mention, but really brag on. There's a local foundation based out of West Columbia. It's the Kitty Nash Gross Trust that right at the end of the year, the beginning of this new year, provided us a significant donation. And for those of you who know them or if you're a part of that trust, again, I want to say thank you. Because of you, we are able to do what we're doing today. And I don't want to forget the the Moody Foundation as well. We applied for a grant from them, and they came in a major way. Guys, let's just go around the table. If you had one thing to say to let me say their names real quick. I'm sorry, because I don't want to forget anybody. And I'm going to forget people. And if I've forgotten, you, if I hadn't mentioned you, please know that it wasn't intentional, because there were a lot of people who gave as part of the grand opening. But Dr. Pruitt was one of our initial donors, and he also said that for any veteran that needs eye care, that needs eyeglasses, that he would do the do the prescription. And I don't know if providing glasses or not, but I know he was going to do the do the eye work. And again, I know there's other people I'm missing, but if you guys had one thing you could tell somebody who is, first of all, who is a donor, if there was something you could tell them today, what would that be?
I would just tell them thank you very much. Let them see what kind of work their money is put into. Tell them, their money is going a long ways to helping people that just can't help themselves right now.
Absolutely. Caesar?
Yeah, I'd invite them to a tour. I'd invite them to come down here and see, with your own eyes, what this building used to be and what it is now. We're still under lots of construction, but we're able to see what the building used to be. There are still 2 wings and a huge kitchen that need to be built out. And if you take a look at that and then you'd just be amazed by the work that's been done, what's going on, how our veterans are cared for, and talk to a few of our veterans, because I tell you, once they get here, they don't want to leave. They love this place. I don't know how many times they've told me, I love it here. It's absolutely, awesome.
Pam, what would you have to tell them?
I write a lot of thank yous to the different people who are giving donations. And when I do that, I like to include maybe something that money will go to as a current need, right, when we receive it. And I think that helps them see what some of the needs are and let them know that the veterans really appreciate it. They get a big smile on their face when I tell them, what these amounts are and what we're going to use it for. And we just thank and appreciate all of you.
Those are words that that all of them need to hear. The truth is, if you're somebody who's donated, whether it's $1, I know that we had the motorcycle bike rally several months ago put on by the Angleton Roadhouse, and we were so grateful for that. And some people donated a little, some people donated a lot. And I'm going to tell you, whether you donated a little or a lot, every dollar is appreciated. Every dollar is going toward helping veterans.
Yes.
The other thing that I want you guys to know, if you're part of the grand opening and you weren't mentioned as one of the groups that or companies that donated, please forgive me. I know that you were mentioned at the grand opening. Today it's impossible to get everybody's name out there, but I just want to say thank you for all you're doing to help us. And not so much just us, but the veterans that are here today and those that are going to be here tomorrow and beyond, because there's more coming. Hey, gang, if we could, just kind of change the tune a minute. If you could say something to somebody who's considering donating, what would that be? Start with you, David. If somebody was, if you were to talk to somebody right now who was thinking about donating, what would you tell them?
I tell them that their money is going to a great place. It helps some great people, just help them get back on their feet. If they'd like to see the place, I'd be more than happy to show it to them, let them meet some people. Just let them know, money's going to a great cause.
Okay. Caesar, how about you?
I'd say that their money's going a long way. With the partnerships that we currently have in this community with other nonprofits and services that we provide for these veterans, they'd be amazed at just how far $1 goes.
Well, and for those of you listening, Caesar's one of those guys who has this really special vehicle. He's so tight, his vehicle stops on a dime and picks it up. So when he says make it go a long way, he's not stretching the truth.
I hate spending money. I'm sorry, I'm just that way.
No, I understand, and that's the way it needs to be. We need to be very judicious, and I'm so grateful to have people like that. Pam, what about you?
I don't know.
Yeah, Pam's the number cruncher.
That got me choked up. Yeah, he likes to spend money a little bit less than me. So, yes, all donations are welcomed. And like I said, the guys really like that. And when you ask for a picture with your check, or you want to come out and meet them, they love to greet people. They love to sit down and talk to somebody and tell them their story. Kind of been pampered by this virus thing, but when it's lifted, I invite you all to come out and meet these guys. Spend a little time with them, get to know them.
That'll be awesome. It's it's always a good day when we can when we can make a difference in in the lives of those to come. And for those of you listening, this is really for I want you guys to know how proud I am of what you guys are doing. But I want to brace you for something. The VA, and you've heard me say this, but the VA is beginning to call us more and more every day, and basically telling us to be prepared for more people. So we need to keep that in mind as we're taking some of these next steps forward. And for those of you listening, in order to take some of those next steps forward, in order to be able to take, especially with the trials that this COVID-19 pandemic is causing, there are more people in need today than there have been in a long time. The numbers I quoted earlier today, where there's, depending upon whose numbers you look at, almost 100,000 homeless vets, and 1.5 million that were on the verge of being homeless. Well, part of that 1.5 million isn't on the verge of being homeless anymore, and they're going to need a place to go. And we're doing everything we can to help get to where we can take as many as we can. And we need your help. This is what Giving Tuesday is about. So we would love to have you come and be a partner with us, whether it's a little bit or it's a lot. It doesn't matter. Every dollar goes a long way, and we want you to know that it's going for a good cause. So I'd love for you to be a part of it. For those of you listening, also I'd like to introduce one other person, Neil, kind of the guy behind the scenes. He's doing our video work and website work and some social media stuff. So Neil, could you pop your head up on the screen for us?
Yeah, I'm dead center. So, hey guys, I'm the behind the scenes guy. So Cliff, I appreciate the opportunity, man. Love helping you guys out.
Well, we appreciate you, Neil, and I know there's a lot more that we've talked about that you're going to be doing too. And the also, if you're listening, I would encourage you to you know, like the post, like the Facebook page, share it far and wide. We need to get the message out that, you know, our veterans fought for us. Now it's our turn to fight for them. That's what we're doing here. We are fighting and committed to ending homelessness. We may not be able to end it throughout the entire nation, but we can at least stop it here. So we'd like to ask you to be a part. Is there anything you guys would like to say before we close out this segment? Start with you, David. What you got?
Just want to say thank you for the opportunity to be here. And, you know, if you're thinking that you're needing a place to stay, you're a homeless veteran, please feel free to come see us.
Or what's the telephone number they can call you?
You can call 979-292-4947. You can call, I believe it's, I get the other number.
345 1607
1607. Yes, 345-1607.
All right.
3800.
Okay. Caesar, what about you?
I just want to thank everybody for the support that we've had, even up to just now, because it really shows that the community's behind the work we're doing. There's a true love for the veterans in this area. And I want to thank them for everything that's already been done.
Absolutely.
And how far we've come in just a year. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we couldn't, I mean, without the community support, we wouldn't be even having this today.
Right.
I mean, just this time last year, we were still trying to figure out how to get everything.
Yeah. How to pay the light, you know, how to keep things going. Right.
Right. So absolutely. Pam, is there any closing remarks you have?
We just appreciate all of you. Thank you for all you've done for us.
Well, and I want you guys to know how much I appreciate y'all. And for those of you listening out there, we appreciate all you've done, all you do for the veterans of this community, whether it's for our nonprofit, this 501c3, or the other groups as well. You know, every time that you help a veteran, you're making a difference, not just in their lives, but in the generations to come behind them. You may be the very thing, your assistance may be the very thing that changes lives forever. And that's not an exaggeration. I just want you to understand that when you help an organization that's really making a difference in the lives of, in the lives of veterans, that may end up impacting his family, and then the family that comes behind that, the kids, the grandkids, and so on down the line, or maybe their circle of friends that goes even further. Maybe that person goes on to impact lots of other people. So you never know what the impact will be, but you can trust in the fact that when you step into and become a part of and help out with an organization that's making a difference, that difference will multiply tremendously. Guys, we're done. I'm gonna let you get back to your jobs, and I appreciate all you do, and let's just keep doing it.
Amen.
Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Neil, I appreciate your work behind the scenes, and this is going to close out this segment. And again, for everybody listening, thank you. Thank you for being a part. Thank you for listening. And if you decide to become a donor, then God bless you. If you can't today, that's fine too. I understand. Maybe there's a time in the future where you can. And if you can, please keep us in mind. God bless you and have a great day.